How you doing, my friends? Let's take a little walk through Glasgow City Centre on a very sunny evening. It's about 19 degrees. It was 22 degrees earlier and it was glorious, but I was in my normal day job. Smash the like button, thank you very much. So this is going to be a very chilled, relaxing walking video. None of the hyperness that you may have seen elsewhere of me in other locations. Buteco, Tenerife. So we're going to just wander about, see what's happening in Glasgow City Centre. This is for the people who maybe can't get out as much or maybe just don't want to get out as much. I'm going to stick some music in my ears and get a wee flow about me, and then we'll just see where we go for there. Well, thank you very much for joining me. This is the original style that I used to film in, and I miss it. When I did a couple of videos, you know, for nostalgic purposes, there was people who said, you know, I missed that style of just walking about and relaxing. You know, I like to do hyper videos and socially push it and so on, which is great. But at the same time, you know, you need to be dynamic in life, don't you? Relax at times and put out so much energy that you bombard people like a jack moth. But I'm walking towards Merchant City. It was a different look on Saturday when it was the football stuff, let's say. I've never seen Trongate so busy, I've never seen Trongate so messy, and it wasn't really a safe place to be in that one area. The rest of the city centre was pretty calm, but if you were there, you would have known that it was, you know, the police were instructed to kind of hang back because it was so chaotic and they were massively outnumbered. But I mean, relatively speaking, there wasn't a lot of arrests. I think there was maybe like 15 arrests and 9 people charged. When you consider it was thousands of people, it's pretty good realistically. Unless they're just really bad at catching people. I can't tell which ones, which are, Your Honour. They were all wearing the same t-shirt. There you go, look how beautiful it is. You know, there's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be than Glasgow in the summer. And it doesn't last long though, unfortunately. So there was an incident, tragically, on Argyle Street today where somebody was hit with a bus, and this happened 3 times in the last few years in the exact same spot. It's a little corner in Argyle Street where you would head up Queen Street, and I don't know what it is about that. It was a blind spot, but I hope they recover, but it was they were there for a long time. It was cornered off, taped up, the ambulance, fire brigade, police, maybe about 30 police officers and 2 fire engines, multiple ambulances. There's a fire engine there. Many good places. Look how beautiful that is. There's a little courtyard up there where you can sit as well during the day. They lock it up about 5 p.m. There's a little courtyard just up there where you can sit and read your books or whatever you like to do. Let's get the hats on. I like it, boys. That holiday mood. It's quite quiet considering it's a beautiful evening. You can still get seating. O'Neill's. You know, I'm going to be honest, I've never been a big fan of that pub. for the price that you'll pay for a drink, I don't know, it's just not really get much of a vibe to it. We'll head towards Trongate. Bye, Boteco. Bye, O'Neill's, I don't know. Not very nice, attractive looking seating area outside either. It's a beautiful big building though. So I hope you're all doing well. I know a lot of people either can't get out, maybe don't want to go out as much, or maybe they don't stay in Glasgow anymore. And it's nice to see places that you remember and places that have maybe changed a wee bit. You've got the Bull Pit in there and Maggie Mays. I was in there and I lasted 56 seconds, but I says to the woman, you'll never get me off. I'm an annoying YouTuber. And she turned it up to full maximum effort, wiggling that stick. And I flew off. Look at that, how beautiful is that? Amazing. So we've got Trongate here. They removed the top of the bus shelter for the Celtic trophy party, which was here, because people would stand on the top of the bus shelters, but they just went up on the kind of, I don't know, monument thing over there. And this whole area here had thousands of people in it. Green flares and all sorts. The amount of rubbish that you've seen is all cleared up within a matter of hours, which was impressive. Thank you for your service, everybody involved. Right, after seeing that accident today, it's really important that I pay a little bit more attention. See? Turkish restaurant. Are the flowers real? They don't look real. Are they real? No, they're plastic. They look nice though. Looks nice. Right, let's head up this way. Just putting the AirPods in, get a bit of Macarena on, get a wee flow about me. I'm going to do the cheapest places in Glasgow city centre to drink. The Toby Jug being one of them. There is the Counting House, the Crystal Palace of Wetherspoons, which is probably your guaranteed cheapest place to drink and get seating because it's large. But it does lack an atmosphere. It depends on the people you're with though, really. If you're with a group of people you like, or somebody you like, then you kind of phase out the background, don't you? But the Toby Jug's good. It goes further back than you might think. Toby Jug's just at Central Station. You come out the main entrance, you turn left and you'll see the Toby Jug in front of you. And they do pints for £1.99. It's Bud Light and Carlin. Bud Light and Carlsberg, which is fine for £2 if you're stanking a couple before you do something. But up the back it's got a nice kind of corridor. A corridor's the wrong way to put it, but you've got a nice bit to sit in. And it's got a skylight, so during the day it's beaming and lovely sunshine coming in. And already there is the big that mural you can see in front of you. That is the big Billy Connolly. Oh, shall I do it? Shall I do it? It's supposed to be a chilled out walk. I never knew that Heather was a plant. I thought it was just a name. There you go. We're back to being hyper. You can't quite see because of the sun beaming off it, but it looks more like a poster. I know it's painted and it's kind of glossy, but it looks more like I've just plastered it on with glue. It's not the best picture quality either, is it? I know they've blew it up the size of a building, but surely they could have used AI to... Anyway, never mind. There's your Glasgow phone boxes here. Is there a dial tone? No. You're done. There's a bottle of Buckfast there. I'll just stick some music on. Hold on, my friends. Something nice and chill, come on. If I put on the Macarena, then that's me gone hyper. Right, that'll do. I'll just put it up at 100,000 decibels. So this is the Barras moving into the Carlton. Really busy on a Saturday and Sunday, or any time there's football on really, or if there's a gig. I think gigs happen in the Barrowland on a Thursday night. I'm too old for gigs, to be honest, unless it's friends, stuff like that are playing. There you go, look, absolutely beaming this time of night, sitting in a beer garden. It's sweltering, I need to take my jacket off, hold on. People are going to get to see how jacked I am as well. Right. Eyes up here, girls, eyes up here, come on now. Sorry for any bad camera work, I'm just living my life here. Oh, God. There we go. Nothing to see, folks. Just a guy swagging along the street, pure jacked, with a muff under his chin. Hong Kong 3. Cultural workshops, authentic street food. When is that? The 1st of June? We could go there and try some street food. Somebody remind me. There's your Barrowlands. Oh, the Barras are better. It's supposed to be a chilled out walk. Or a wee padlock, see that? So still people trading. Even though it's what day is it? Wednesday? As the videos progress, we'll do one a day. We'll go in places and we'll interact with people, but just in a nice, relaxing Wednesday evening, we'll take a wee relaxing walk. I've not been doing this way for a while. Did a few live streams doing this way. Guy's got his rims matching his seats. I like it. Wee bit of effort there. Into it, mate, into it. I'm going to do a video on the Carlton. The Carlton's got, what it did have, some of the lowest life expectancy in Europe. And when I do the video, you'll see why. The doctor's surgery is shut for half days. For every one doctor's surgery there's like 10 chemists, so as you can see where that's gone. I can hear a house party somewhere. It's one of the things I'm going to do on the other channel is randomly, when I hear a house party with the window opened, get in the house party. But I need to be careful because they're going to be locking the door behind me. So that Might not be the most wise thing to do, but I've got faith in humanity. I'll just be very careful with my drinks. So you can get a bus to Baillieston, Easterhouse, Overton, Hamilton, Sandy Hills and Clayland. I've never even heard of that. Where's that? Ah. Motherwell. There's the Healing Jessie. Never been in there, or at least I remember anyway. So at the back of here, which I'm not going to film, at the back of here there's a safe consumption centre for addicts to safely consume, but you know, there's not what the channel's about. There is other channels for that. It'll describe it and show it and so on. The Streets Glasgow for being one of them, great channel. But you know, I've not heard much good things about it. I'll let you do your own research. Anyway, see this wee bit here? I remember walking by here even as a kid, and it's never really changed. It's pretty much the same as it always was. It's like, used to be like used cars you could buy here, and there used to be a car auction over there. There was an abattoir. Me and my dad was a butcher and an alcoholic. The two of them don't fit so well. Dad, why are you having to wear chainmail to work? Because I'm pissed. But when you walked by the abattoir, you could smell, it smelled like, do you know when you get Weetabix? It smelled like that. You could smell like the oats or something. I don't know whether they were making black pudding or something. I don't know what it was, but it was a brutal as build, just grey concrete and big ramps that they would be taking the animals up and so on. And as you walk by it and that smell, you just was like, what a massive factory of suffering. But then you get home and you'd eat a steak. But aye, that's all gone now. The car auction's gone. The abattoir's gone. The car auction's still, the structure is still there. I'll show you that. But they're knocking it down to build these little, highly expensive little boxes. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's happiness happening in them, but when you look at it, it's no that far off a prison or an office block. I mean, realistically, look at it. It's the cheapest ingredients, or, you know, components. But you have to spend, I don't know what it is for that, probably about 170 grand maybe for a one bedroom or something like that. I'm just purely guessing, but I doubt it's cheaper than that. And to rent one of them, a one bedroom, probably cost you about, I wouldn't even want to guess, because I'd be wrong. I mean, these ones are a bit better because you've got a wee balcony. But you can already see the wood is all starting to get wrecked. Whoa. Just stepped in a hole. Air matron. But aye, not the best. These little flats here, which are more for pensioners. They always have been. That's nice, so they've kept the original architecture there, managed to keep that front kind of fascia a bit and build around it. It's a nice wee place to sit in the sun, isn't it? Finalise your night. So the east end of Glasgow is a bit cheaper than the south side, and definitely the west end. It's a bit more run down, but as far as I've heard and what I've experienced, the flats are maintained better by a lot of the landlords that I've seen. And the east end compared to particularly south side, big high ceilings, the rent's maybe about £100 a month cheaper in the east end as it is in the south side, and I'm struggling to say the south side. But the west end, unless you're sharing with somebody or you're rich, it's not really going to. Let's swagger on me, man. Let's swagger on this guy. Wow, it's roasting. So you've got Bridgeton down to the right. Straight ahead will take you to Parkhead, and when we swing it left, it will take you to Duke Street. And I'll show you the old car auction. I think my dad bought a car out of here before and then crashed it because he was an alky. No sympathy required. I learn from his mistakes. Anybody who's seen my other videos knows that I can completely handle my drink. I never lose cameras, dignity, or ever been sick in my gub. And if I was, I'd definitely swallow it. I'll get class. Oh, look at that. Wow, we're in the future. I've walked so far, I'm in the future. There's your Strathclyde police there. Thank you for your service. But it's beautiful, isn't it? You can see, just look at the trees, look at the light coming through here. But that's the old car auction in there. So the old car auction was. You can see it, the remnants of it, where they would open these gates and you'd flood in looking for a tyre. And now look at it, like something out of The Walking Dead. All the memories, cars bought by families, going out on day trips. Nature's reclaimed it. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to call this channel. It'll be different from the other one. Because it's useful for us to be able to have a relaxing walk where I don't feel the urge. Certain days I don't feel the urge to push it and really try and, how far socially can I push myself and play in the environment that I'm in and capture it for yourselves. And I love to do that, but it comes with risks. So some days you just want to have a nice relaxing walk and film it, good sound and good picture, and you just get to see it, and I get to speak it and look back at it as well in years to come, hopefully. Oh, it's nice to relax, isn't it? You don't have to worry about the wind blowing your hair off. You don't have to worry about the rain. You can just take a wee walk, comfy clays on, and just think of your thoughts. A good thing about this time of year in the UK, because we get long nights, so you can still sit in certain areas, like Alexander Park for example. You can sit up there until 9:30 and you'll still have the sun. If it's no cloudy, you'll have the sun still before it goes down. Whereas I know in Europe, I think the sun goes down earlier. But there is the Marmaris kebab place, where when I did a blackout drunk live stream, I went in there, I climbed over the fence, the big fences, I climbed over that apparently, I don't remember, I was told. and I ordered a big kebab. The guy says, what size of kebab are you looking for, mate? And I says, I want a big boy, daddy. And that kebab must have been magic. It must have had magic in it, because when I woke up in the morning after about 3 hours sleep, heavy beteckled, I felt fine. I'd done another live stream and ran to work, live streaming it. Thank you for your service, my friend. There we go. We finalised the video walking into the sunset. And I'll do daily videos where we can just walk about, have a wee chat. I'll show you different places all around Glasgow and beyond. We'll go to, Edinburgh maybe. We'll go to the outskirts of Glasgow. We'll go to Barrowlands, whatever you like. And I'll take wee walks with these. I'll put them on this channel, maybe 7 or 8 videos per week. And on the other channel, it will be me pushing it. How far can I socially push it? In every single avenue. And we'll explore ourselves. But thank you so much, my friends, and I'll catch you very, very soon.